Anderson Township leaders, they're working tonight to figure out how they're going to get $6 million of your tax dollars back. The township spent the money on a parking garage, and tonight there's really not much to show for it. Investigative reporter Jody Barr joins us from Anderson Township with where that money went and why the job isn't finished. What's up, Jody?
Well, hey, Tricia, you know, it was a decade ago. A decade into this parking garage project, and this is what the town has to show for it tonight. Anderson Township paid a developer $6 million for a two-story parking deck here, and it's on property the town doesn't even own. Now, as of this report, the town has no plans for this property tonight or any way to get your tax dollars back. Anderson Township spent more than $300,000 on this, plans for the Anderson Town Place. It was to be a 7-story 50-condo development with a cinema and a public parking garage. Construction started in 2007. 8 years and $6 million later, this is the parking garage today. What does the town have to show for this today?
What's sitting right there, and the potential for that facility to be developed.
Russell Jackson is the Anderson Township trustee president. Board minutes show Jackson worked to get the garage project through the board for approval. The township agreed to fund $6 million of the $35 million needed to build this. Anderson doesn't own the property, but holds a lease interest in it. For $6 million, the township wanted parking spaces. As of this report, this is what the town has today. Why would you all decide to invest $6 million of taxpayer money into a property the town doesn't even own?
Why? Because we needed the parking.
Township records show $5.8 million spent on the project. The checks went to JFP Group, a Cincinnati property development firm managed by Jeff and Terry Jacobs. The spending started in 2007 and stopped in 2009 when the bank filed foreclosure papers on the JFP Group. We went to this Eden Park office building and this Kenwood office tower, two of JFP's last addresses. You know who's in Suite 1025? No. It's empty? Yes. The JFP Group no longer has offices at either location, and calls to Terry and Jeff Jacobs went unreturned. After the 2009 foreclosure filing, construction stopped. No one's worked on it since. Russell Jackson blames the economy for this project's failure. We're roughly a decade away from the first check being cut. This is what you have to show for it.
Maybe it was the President of the United States that took the country into the doldrums that we've gone through for the last 8 years, and why we had all these businesses collapsing and why we had all these bankruptcy cases. We have anticipated that. Sure. We made a decision based on the facts as we knew them at that time.
Sitting here today, you don't have a developer.
We do not have a developer.
So we're starting back, it sounds like, at ground zero of this project.
Yes. And what he planned for it and what its ultimate use is, who the heck knows? Well, that pretty well sums up where Anderson Township is tonight, sitting here with this project and no developer to finish the job. Russell Jackson told me, though, he's heard from about 30 different developers, but again, as of this report, no one signed on the dotted line to make this project a reality. Tricia?
Jody, a few questions for you. I'm just blown away that there's nothing there and that much money spent. I'm out there all the time. Give me an idea, where is this by the old Kmart building?
Yes, between the old Kmart building and Anderson City Hall offices here, right just to the left of the park and ride.
Okay, I know exactly where you're talking about. Now, how does the township plan to get back $6 million?
Well, they don't have an immediate plan. What Russell Jackson told me is they hope to use tax revenues that would have been generated had a project gone up here to pay off the $6 million that the township essentially borrowed from taxpayers. But again, though, if construction started here tomorrow, it would take this town 20 years to pay that debt off. But again, there will not be construction here tomorrow and no plan to have it start in the near future.
Okay, Jody, nice story. Thank you.